Given sine x equals 1/2 and x is between 0 and 2 pi, what is x in radians? Select all that apply. Alright, so let's just see here. We have our point here and our point here. Sine is 1/2, which means this length right here is 1/2. What we want to know is what this angle is, or what this arc length is in radians. That's the question. So let's think about the full circle here is 2 pi. That means that half the circle is pi radians, and that's 180 degrees, is pi radians. That means that this point up here is pi over 2, since this length is half of the full half circle there. And so if we instead use 6 instead of over 2, that would put, this would be 3 pi over 6. This point, if we break this up into thirds, so if we draw little lines here, like this, so we have a third, and a third of this portion. That would make this 2 pi over 6, but 2 pi over 6 is also equal to pi over 3, and this would be 1 pi over 6, or just pi over 6. You can do the same thing over on the other side, so if we divide this into thirds over here, we have that third, and we have that third. This one would be 4 pi over 6. This would be 5 pi over 6. And this would be 6 pi over 6. And you could do that all throughout the whole circle. You'll see, though, that the reason why we're not down here at all is because the sine values down here are negative, and we're given that sine equals positive 1/2. So, let's see here. This is our point. This is the angle. This is the arc length we want, which is pi over 6. This point also has a sine value of positive 1/2. And as you can see, from here all the way around, that has an arc length of 5 pi over 6. So our answer here is A and D.